So this is Atrioc. That was it.
You know why you're here, so let's talk about Atrioc. Normally when I
So
make a
what does
mogul
it do?
mail, it's a pretty simple process. I just find a topic I'm interested in, I do research on the
I don't know
topic,
about
and I
this
give my
topic at
take. That's
all.
it. But for the first time ever, I felt pressure to make this video. It hasn't even been 48 hours since Atrioc, one of my friends, was revealed on stream alt-tabbing, which exposed that he paid for a deepfake porn website of
Yes.
streamers, of his coworkers, of pretty much every woman you can think of on Twitch or
What's
YouTube,
your
my
power?
girlfriend included. Now, he did
Yeah.
say in his apology that, it was a video of someone he didn't know in real life, but I don't really think the nuance matters. Some people were mad at me in my DMs and they tweeted at me that I've
It's
taken
about
so
the
long to make this video.
streamers.
But I hope you get that I prioritized being a boyfriend to my girlfriend, who's had a very shit past couple of days, over being like mogul male guy. But then when I sat down to think of like, okay, what am I supposed to say here? What is my take? It didn't feel like there was any other take to have than the one being expressed by all the women online. So rather than tell you a random dude's opinion on all this, I figured I would just show you some of the tweets that I thought were poignant and powerful
The
and read them
tweets.
together. Starting with Pokey, who said, "Stop sexualizing people without their consent." That's it. That's the tweet, which
Yeah.
I don't really even understand how you would have a different opinion.
I mean,
If
at
someone
least don't
doesn't
show in
want to
the
be
public, I
sexualized and they don't
guess.
consent to it, they shouldn't be sexualized. Next tweet was from Ray, who said it should be illegal to profit off of somebody's likeness in sex work without consent, whether it's fake or not. Talking about it will bring those sites more attention, but I hope this helps take a step forward in the right direction so that a law can be made to protect people from being used in this way, which is a good point. Not only are these women not consenting, somebody is profiting off of them,
Yeah.
and they're not consenting. Crazy.
Yes,
And to the
but
second point about how to bring
legal,
more
I
attention,
guess.
I feel a bit better about making this video now because the creator of this website took down the website. To be
Yeah.
clear, he's still a weird,
Nice.
creepy piece of shit, but the website at least was taken down, so no one can, from this video, try to see what all was going on there. Next tweet is from Sweet Anita, who said, "This story was how I found out that I'm on this website. I literally choose to pass up millions by not going into sex work, and some random Cheeto-encrusted porn addict solicits my body without my consent instead. Don't know whether to cry, break stuff, or laugh at this point."
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, that's one of the biggest fuck-ups Atrioc did. Like, it is a fuck-up and a severe lapse in judgment to not only go to this porn website, but pay for this porn website. But then
Actually,
leaking it on
paying
stream
for it now.
caused a whole new world of harm because so many new people were exposed to this idea and then went out to seek what this idea was, to seek deepfake porn.
Yeah.
Not only that, a bunch of women, because this was leaked, found out they were on the website. And if you don't know, my girlfriend and many other women pay sometimes thousands, tens of thousands of dollars a month just to make sure that like random photos of them being sexualized are not on the internet. They pay money, which is not part of their job description, just so that it doesn't exist. And it's a lot different, by the way, because I've seen this take float around. If it's a woman being sexualized, then a man. And I think you can probably understand like how that was created over the past couple of centuries of humanity, where, my balls being leaked is a funny thing, and then a woman's boobs being leaked leads to like, a bunch of teenage kids, acne-faced kids jerking off. I think you can probably understand that. Cudios had a good point, something that most people wouldn't have perspective on. The amount of body dysmorphia I've experienced since seeing these photos has ruined me. It's not as simple as just being violated. It's much more than that. Because at the end of the day, it's a deepfake. It's not you, but also it's what this person who made the AI deepfake is like projecting on you, but it's not. It's weird. It's weird. Brooke said, "Seeing some awful takes regarding this deepfake situation. We're all real humans with real lives that are affected by situations like these. It goes much further than it's not real. Please have some compassion and think beyond it's not affecting you in any way." Streamers are people. Streamers they are humans. And I feel like sometimes they get treated like actors were treated like a decade or two ago, where they're not people. They're the mega rich actor, fake George Clooney or Jennifer Lawrence or whatever. But streamers, are so much easier to access, one, so it's much easier to hurt them, and two, so many more of them. And they are not all rich, famous. Some are just doing it as the only job that they like and can do. And there's not a lot of humanity in the interactions that I see with streamers. Maya had a really powerful screenshot tweet here that said, in 2018, I was inebriated at a party, and I was used for a man's sexual gratification without my consent. Today, I've been used by hundreds of men for sexual gratification, probably thousands, without my consent. The world calls my 2018 experience rape. The world is debating over the validity of my experience today. The debate over our experience as women in this is not, shockingly, amongst men. None of you should care or listen to what any male streamer's take is on how we feel. I founded a nonprofit animal sanctuary at 22. I've raised over $1 million for conservation at 24. I have created zero sexual content in my 3 years on Twitch. Despite this, my face was stolen so men could make me into a sexual object to use for themselves. If anyone doesn't think it's a big deal, that's my name in the headlines where thousands of people are commenting on the sexualization of my body against my will. You're the problem. This situation makes me feel disgusting, vulnerable, nauseous, violated, and all these feelings are far too familiar to me. This is not your debate. Stop acting like it is. Which might solicit some reactions from like guys watching, which is not all men, not me. And like, yeah, like congrats. The bar was on the floor, but you weren't a weird fucking creeper. But you could also like understand that it's almost always a man. Like the dude who made the site, a man. The dude who leaked the site and paid for it, a man. Everyone who probably from that leak paid for the site, also likely men. Like disproportionately to women 100 times over. And I feel like it's okay to acknowledge that and use that information positively. And I want to end with this Medium article written by Josie, which I thought was really poignant, which said, Atrioc apologized for viewing the deepfakes, and maybe he was telling the truth when he said it was a one-off mistake. A rabbit hole he tripped and fell down. I don't know if that makes it better. Does it matter? Is morbid curiosity a valid excuse for violating the privacy of people you know? How many women were unknowingly used as feature models on the site? Does the apology make up for sending an army of men to stare at every single woman on the site? QD had a good analogy. Yeah, of course, he did not mean to send an army of men to this site. But you also don't mean to get into a car crash. That still doesn't mean that it's not a fucked up situation and that the pain from that car crash hurts. Ultimately, it's not really about Atrioc. He's just another man partaking in the problem. It's about men feeling entitled to every part of a woman online and the desire to consume so much that they are willing to rob women of their personhood. It's about the men who will defend him because they see nothing wrong with viewing women as solely vessels for their pleasure. It's worth reading all of that. I'll put it in the description. And any more of the tweets from the women who are streaming or who were on this website or who were a part of what happened here. I don't want to like be a defender of Atrioc, you know, like that's not what I want to do. Like I do believe, maybe naively, as the guy who's been scammed for $50,000, that he isn't like a shitty, seedy person who's like secretly jacking off to my girlfriend. Like I don't think that's that guy. I think he fucked up. But sometimes like that's enough. Like, one fuck up is enough. And like I just hope from here he just takes all the steps and all the actions, you know, to make it better. Like that there's some good that comes out of this because of the guilt, the remorse he feels, and how he views himself and trying to show he is the man that he thinks and maybe I believe is still in him. He wrote his own tweet about how his apology on Twitter, how he's stepping down from off-brand to take time offline and to take these steps. You know, time will tell and show the actions that he takes, if they're fruitful, if they're not. I'm not going to show it because really this is about the women. I was just a vehicle for you to read all those tweets. There's the take. I feel like that's the only take to have. I don't know how you would have another one, but thanks for watching. This was weird.
Nice.
Hopefully I don't have to do this again, and I can go back to talking about e-girl drama. Have a good one, guys.
The search result of deepfake actually went up from this. Wonder how many websites are created just for this. I don't think we can get rid of these websites though. Must be like thousands of them still up. It's just gonna mess up. The video that one now is better.